The other number one reason that I see of this crisis, the other number one root cause is feminism. Yeah, man, I am not a feminist. I am an Imanaist. I know my divine rights. The feminine and the masculine are supposed to be in balance. That is the Ma'at, the divine law, balance between the feminine and the masculine. Now, the feminism and the feminist, they have gone too far. They have gone way off, way off, way off, and they have created an unbalance. And then I think the feminism and the feminists have caused people not to have children, not to have babies, not to create babies for these societies. So if they don't have children, if they don't have babies, then they will be replaced because they're not creating the population that they need to sustain their civilization. Yeah. And all these abortions. And then, of course, they want women to get married to women, men to get married to men. That is still not creating no babies. So, if you are a country, a nation, a civilization, and you are not creating babies, you're not creating a new population, what do you think is going to happen to your nation, to your civilization? It's going to die. So, because of this, then they don't have the population, they don't have the babies, then they must bring in new people to pretty much replace them. They would have been replaced by their own children, but since they're not creating their own children, more people in Canada have dogs and cats than have children. So what do you think is going to happen? And then, of course, they get flooded with immigration by the corrupt politicians that we just saw. And then they're like, we're getting replaced. Well, well, yeah. So that is my other number one root cause, my other reason behind this that not so many people want to talk about. How about you talk about that? Your corrupt politicians, the feminism, and too much liberalism. I just heard that in France now, they voted or they are trying to vote or something like that, that they will, that marriage is actually that they don't have to have sex between married people now. That is not a requirement. And then I'm there, I'm like, eh? Government saying the married people do not have to have sex. And I'm like, what? Is it a brother sister marriage? Like, what the hell? Confusion. Total confusion. In my culture, in my language, kurongora, kurongora is getting married, but at the same time, it's a word that has double meaning. To to put it in your subconscious, kurongora. At the same time, it's getting married, it's marriage. At the same time, it's having sex. It's putting into your subconscious that that having sex is between people who are married, and getting married is having sex. And these Europeans who already have all these problem of not making babies, they're now voting and talking about marriage doesn't have to include sex. And then tomorrow they'll be wondering how and why. Hmm? So that would be the other number one root cause and reason behind the whole refugee immigration crisis. Number two,